Hi guys, welcome to the CATWay. So in this video, we are going to solve our daily set. And before we begin, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Now coming to the question that we have. So a retailer has some chocolates in 5 different boxes, T1 to T5. Table 1 provides the data about the number of chocolates, the average weight per chocolate in grams, and the average selling price per chocolate in rupees SPR for each of the 5 boxes. And table 2 shows the relationship between the average weight per chocolate in grams and the customer satisfaction index value, that is the CSI value. Okay, so like in table 1, the total number of chocolates we have is 8, the average weight of them is 90, and the average selling price is 15. Whereas, and similar for all the other boxes, and what we have been given is that if your AWG is less than 50, CSI is 60. If it is between 70 to 80, CSI is 90. If it is above 80, it is 100. CSI is 100. So this has been given to us. Now moving to the questions, what do we have is that all the chocolates of box T2 are to be mixed with all the chocolates of exactly one of the other 4 boxes, which should be chosen to maximize the CSI of the mixture. All right. So that means when all the chocolates of box T2 are mixed, okay, now your CSI depends on the average weight. Okay. So all we have to do is calculate the AWG of the mixture of the 2 boxes, that is T2 and one other box, right? So when you have to do that, the first thing, see, it's a very simple problem of average. The first question is a very simple problem of average. Okay. So what you have to do is find the total weight of T2, right? So the total weight of T2 is 45 into 20, because your average weight into the total number will give you the total value of it. Okay, it will give you the total value of it, which will turn out to be equal to 1080, which is equal to 1080. Okay, then what you have to do is you have to add it with some other box. Take it, and then what you have to do is you will find the average weight of the mixture of the box. Okay, so this is the value that we have for T2. Now if you calculate it with T1, so in T1 you have 90 average and 8 chocolates, so the total is basically equal to over here 720. When you have to calculate the AWG, the total weight of the both boxes will be taken, that is 720 plus 180, and it will be divided by the total number of chocolates that we have now, that is 24 plus 8, 32. So what you get is that the AWG turns out to be equal to 56.25. AWG turns out to be equal to 56.25. Okay, so when we are mixing it with T1, what do we have is that the AWG is 56.25. Okay, AWG is 56.25. Now when you are mixing it with T3, okay, when you are mixing it with T3, what do you have is that in T3 you have 70 average. Okay, you have an average of 70 and you have 16 chocolates. Okay, so with an average of 70, 16 chocolates, the total will be 1120, and the total number of chocolates now will be equal to 40. So in this case, this AWG that we get is equal to 55. Okay, so with T2 it is 55. Sorry, with T3 it is 55. Then coming to T4, if you talk about T4, then what do you have is 65 is the average and 32 chocolates are there. So the total value of this will be 65 into 32, that is 2080. And the total number of chocolates now will be 32 plus 24, that is 56. Total chocolates will be 56, and the AWG will turn out to be 56.43. So when you are mixing it with T4, the AWG is 56.43. And when you are mixing it with T5, then what is going to happen is that you have 85 chocolates. 85 is the average with 20 chocolates. So what you get is 1700 is what you get. And the total number of chocolates in this case will be equal to 44. Okay, this is what you have. And in this case, the AWG will turn out to be 63.18. Okay, so with T5, you have AWG as 63.18. Now, all these fall into the same range, that is between 50 to 60, and their CSI will be equal to 70. Whereas this one falls into 60 to 70 range, and the CSI will be 80. Now, you have to maximize the CSI, so that you are getting when you are mixing a T2 with T5. So the correct option is option number 1. Moving to the second one, if the retailer wants to keep the CSI of the mixture at least 70 and SPR between 13 and 15, which of the following combination should he make? Okay, so you have been given 4 options. Among these 4 options, one of them is right. So all you have to do is operate on the options. Now for checking for every option, the only thing that you have to do is, again, the average selling price is given, right? The average selling price is given, so you can calculate the total selling price for every box. Okay, so let's say when you're calculating it for the first option, for T1 the total selling price is 15 into 8, that is 120. For T2 the average selling price is 12, so 24 into 12 will give you a 288. And then the third box you have is T3, right? Third box you have is T3. There 11 is the average selling price and 16 chocolates are there. So the total selling price is 176. Now the total selling price of all these together is like when they are mixed together, the total selling price goes to 584. And the number of chocolates that you are selling now is 48, right? Number of chocolates you are selling now is 48. So the average selling price would turn out to be 12.16. Okay, the average selling price of the mixture will turn out to be 12.16, right? Similarly, when you will calculate it for the other options, what you will find is that only for option number 2, it is happening that the average selling price is falling between 13 and 15. For the remaining three, like for option 1, it was 12.16. For option 3, it is 16.06, and for option 4, it is 17.27. So the SPR should be between 13 and 15. So that condition is only satisfied with option 2. So that will be a right answer. You won't even need to calculate the CSI. Okay. Then coming to the third question, if 4 chocolates of box T1 are mixed with 3 chocolates of box T2, then what is the CSI of the mixture? Now, guys, you know the average, average weight of the chocolate, but for the entire box. But what you do not know is the exact weight of the chocolate. Like what you have is, let's say if you talk about T1, okay, the average weight is 90, but there could be some chocolates that, let's say there are 4 chocolates with a 88, or let's say 2 are 88, 2 are 87, okay, 2 are 87, 2 are 92, and 2 are 93. So this is how the average has turned out to be 80. Okay, so that means, and it could be 86. In that case, one of them would be a 94. Okay, so anything is possible, right? You do not know the exact value, exact average weight of the chocolates, individual chocolates. So if a certain number of boxes are taken from 2 different boxes, you do not know the average weight of them. So you will not be able to calculate the CSI. Hence, the correct option is option number D, cannot be determined. So with this, the set is done, guys. And this was a pretty easy set. Hope you have understood the set well. Thanks for watching.